Namaste everyone. Welcome to third lecture of lines and angles. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss theorems. We have already seen in last lecture that theorems are those statements in mathematics which we prove by using some logical statements. Right? So first theorem is, if two lines intersect each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. Theorem 6.1 is, if two lines intersect each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. Right? So here we have given two lines. Suppose this is a line AB and we have another line CD. They are intersecting at point say O. Okay. So in theorem what we do? We first write what is given. Okay. So here let us first write what is given. So we have given line AB and CD intersect at O. What we have to prove? We have to prove that vertically opposite angles are equal. So we have one pair of vertically opposite angle, that is angle AOC. We have to prove that this angle is equals to angle BOD. And second, we have to prove that angle BOC is equals to angle AOD. So two angles, one you have to prove that this angle is equals to this angle, and second you have to prove that this angle is equals to this angle. They are vertically opposite angles, that we have to prove. So let us see how we prove. So we write proof. Okay. Now we know that angle AOC plus angle BOC is equals to 180 degree. Okay. Now this AB is a line, and on this AB we have OC as a ray. So when there is a ray on a line, then the two angles which we get, their addition is 180 degree. Okay. What is this? This is your linear pair axiom. Right? This is our linear pair axiom. So by linear pair axiom, sum of these two angles is 180 degree. I have to prove that this angle and this angle equal. So then I will take angle BOC and BOD. Okay, these two angles I will prove that their sum is 180 degree. Similarly, I will say that similarly angle BOC plus angle BOD, their addition is also 180 degree. Now from 1 and 2, if you compare your equation 1 and equation 2, so I will say that from 1 and 2, what we can say that this addition is equals to 180 and this addition is also equal to 180. So I will say that angle AOC plus angle BOC, this is equals to angle BOC plus angle BOD. Now BOC on both the sides I can cancel. So after cancellation I will get angle AOC is equals to angle BOD. Right? See, our first proof, angle AOC equal to angle BOD, we have to prove, and we have proved. Similarly, I will write similarly, what we can say that angle BOC in the same way, in the same way as we have proved here, in the same way we can prove that angle BOC is equals to angle AOD, right? Similarly, I can prove that these two angles are equal, hence we say that hence proved, this theorem is proved. So now we have proved that vertically opposite angles, they are equal in measure. So next time when you see vertically opposite angle, you can surely say that vertically opposite angles are equal by vertical opposite angle theorem. This theorem we can say that vertically opposite angle theorem. So by vertically opposite angle theorem, vertically opposite angles are equal. Yes, simple. I hope you all understand this theorem. Now let us see the next theorem, theorem 6.2. The statement is, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. So I have here, I will draw two parallel lines. So I have one line this, and it is parallel to another line, this line, and there is a transversal, say this is transversal. I will name it A, B, you can name as you wish, C and D, and there is a transversal, let us say ABCD, let us name it as EF, and it cut these two parallel lines at point G and H. Now this angle AGH, this angle is have an alternate angle GHD, and there is one more angle, this angle, okay. I will use some other color. This angle is equal to this angle. This we have to prove. Okay, they are alternate angles. This we have to prove. So what is given? Okay, if I write given, what is given? Tell me what is given. You have given line AB parallel to line CD. So line AB is parallel to line CD is given. Line AB parallel to CD. EF is their transversal. EF is transversal. Okay. What else is given? So this much is given. What we have to prove? So we have to prove that alternate angle, that is, first we have to prove that angle AGH, angle AGH is equals to angle GHD, angle GHD, and second I have to prove that angle BGH, angle BGH, this is equals to BGH, this is equals to GHC or CHB, angle CHB. Okay. Now out of these two proofs, if I am able to prove one, then second in the same way we can write. Okay. So let us see proof. Now here we know corresponding angle axiom. We know that vertically opposite angles are equal. We know that angles in linear pair, their addition is equals to 180 degree. Okay. So out of these we will try to use, okay, some of the axioms or theorems, and we will prove that this angle G, that is AGH, and GHD, they are equal in measure. So it is up to you, whatever you feel okay, simple, you can use. Now in proof I will use that angle EGB. Okay, see what I will do, I will prove that this angle and this angle, vertically opposite angle, they are equal, and this angle and this angle, they are corresponding angles, so they are equal. So by that I will prove that these alternate angles are equal. So what I will say, that angle let us write proof. In that proof I will write angle EGB, angle EGB, this is equals to angle AGH. Okay, this I will say that equation 1. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angle, they are vertically opposite angle. Also angle EGB, this is equals to angle GHD, this is equals to GHD. Okay, now what is the reason? The reason is corresponding angle axiom, right? The reason is corresponding angle axiom, right? Now from 1 and 2, if you compare from 1 and 2, if you compare 1 and 2, what you will get? When we compare 1 and 2, we get this angle EGB, it is equals to this angle, also this EGB is equals to this angle. So from 1 and 2 I will say that angle AGH, angle AGH, this is equals to angle GHD. Okay, now what you have to prove? Angle AGH is equals to GHD, so we have proved. Similarly I will say that we can prove angle BGH, angle BGH is equals to angle CHB. So hence we have proved that alternate angles, when the lines are parallel, then alternate angles are equal. Okay, here what you have to prove? You have to prove that if the lines are parallel, you have to prove that alternate angles are also equal. Okay, so for that what we have done, first we have said that this angle EGB, this angle is equal to angle AGH because they are vertically opposite angle. Then we said that angle EGB is equals to angle GHD because they are corresponding angles. So using corresponding angle axiom, they are equal. So this angle is equals to this angle is equals to this angle. So finally I can say that these two angles are equal and they are alternate angle. So alternate angles are equal. In the similar manner we can prove that angle BGH is equals to angle CHG, right? So now we have alternate angle theorem, which indicates that if two lines are parallel, then alternate angles are equal. Now let us see the next theorem, theorem 6.3. Theorem 6.3 is, if a transversal intersect two lines such that pair of alternate interior angle are equal, then the two lines are parallel. So here converse means we have given that there are two lines and one transversal is intersecting these two lines. So line AB, line CD, there are two lines, transversal EF cut these two lines at 2 point, say G and H. So a transversal cut these two lines at 2 point, say G and H. These are the 2 points. And one more thing is given, that alternate angles are equal. So alternate angles are equal, this is given. So let us write what is given. I will say that given. What is given? So you have given that angle AGH is equals to angle GHD. This is given in the problem. What we have to prove? We have to prove that line AB, it is parallel to CD. Line AB is parallel to CD, that we have to prove. Now I hope you know axiom 6.4, which is converse of corresponding angle axiom. That is, if corresponding angles are equal, then lines are parallel. Okay, so that is an axiom. So that is, we consider that as true. So let us use that thing. Means what you have to prove? You have to prove from here that corresponding angles are equal. So let us see how we do that. So in proof, first I will write what is given. Let us write that thing. That is angle AGH is equals to angle GHD. This is your first equation. It is given, right? You will write given. Second, I will say that angle, let us write here, angle AGH, this is equals to angle AGB. See here, they are vertically opposite angle, so they are equal. So I will consider this as second equation, and they are equal because they are vertically opposite angles. So again, what we can say that? We can say that from 1 and 2. Now if you compare this equation 1 and 2, AGH is equals to GHD and AGH is equals to EGB. So I will say that from 1 and 2, angle GHD is equals to angle EGB. This is equals to angle EGB. GHD is equals to EGB. Now these two angles, GHD is equals to EGB. Where is EGB? Okay, these two angles are equal, so they are corresponding angle. So as these two angles are corresponding angle, I will say that therefore line AB is parallel to line CD. The reason is converse of corresponding angle axiom. Converse of corresponding angle. So by converse of corresponding angle axiom, these two lines are parallel. Line AB is parallel to line CD. Understood? Simple? Yes? Okay. Now let us see theorem 6.4. Theorem 6.4 is, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angle on the same side of transversal is supplementary. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, so there are two parallel lines. So far we have proved alternate angle and we have proved converse of alternate angle. Now as we have proved alternate angle and converse of alternate angle, so along with axioms we can now use that alternate angle theorem and converse of alternate angle theorem also. So if a transversal intersect two parallel line, now AB and CD, this is given parallel line, AB and CD, they are parallel. Interior angle on the same side of transversal is supplementary. We have to prove that interior angle on the same side of transversal is supplementary. That is, we have to prove that suppose this is transversal EF and it intersect AB and CD, at two distinct points G and H, then I have to prove that this angle, that is BGH plus GHD, this angle, their addition is 180 degree. In the same way, we have to prove that angle AGH and angle GHC, their addition is 180 degree. So that is interior angles are supplementary. So let us write what is given. So if you see, we have given again AB parallel to CD. Okay, when I write AB parallel to CD, it is nothing but line AB is parallel to CD. This is given. And what we have to prove? So here we have to prove. So two proofs we are going to do. First is that angle BGH plus angle GHD plus angle this GHD, they are supplementary, their addition is 180. And in the same way, we have to prove that angle AGH plus angle GHC, their addition is 180 degree. Okay, this we have to prove. So let us see the proof. Okay, so now you have alternate angle that you can use, you have corresponding angle that you can use. Okay, you have converse statements maybe that you can use. Okay, so you have to prove that these two additions, they are what, 180 degree. Now let us see what I am going to do is, I know that this angle AGH plus angle BGH, their sum is 180 degree. Also I know that angle AGH is equals to angle GHD because they are alternate angle. So I will replace this angle AGH with angle GFD. Right? See here what I said, that angle, in proof I said that angle, first of all angle AGH, this is equals to angle GFD. You can name this as equation 1. Okay, what is the reason? The reason is that alternate angle, they are alternate angles. Now angle AGH plus angle BGH, if we add, their addition is 180 degree. This is second equation. AGH plus BGH is what? AGH plus BGH. Okay, they are linear pair angles. Okay, so their addition is 180 degree. You can say that linear pair axiom. Therefore their addition is 180 degree. Now sum of these two angles is 180 degree, and here AGH is equals to GFD. So I will say that from 1 and 2, now from 1 and 2, I will replace this AGH, okay, with GFD in this second equation. So I have angle GFD. Okay, in place of AGH I am writing GFD because from 1 we have proved that they are equal. GFD plus angle BGH. So GFD is this angle and BGH is this angle. Their addition we are getting 180 degree. That is interior angles are supplementary. Right now. So first GFD, GHD no, it is GHD, sorry, this is GHD. So angle GHD plus BGH, we have proved that this is 180 degree. I will say that similarly we can prove angle AGH plus angle GHC, they are also 180 degree. So this is how you proved that interior angles are supplementary. Okay, so I will say that hence proved. Right, so interior angles, they are supplementary when lines are parallel. Now let us discuss the converse of interior angle. Now converse of interior angle is what? If interior angles are supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. So here two lines are there. We don't know whether they are parallel or not, but we know that interior angles are supplementary. So again you name them as A, B, C, D, right? Transversal as E, F, they are intersecting at point G, H. What is given? So if you see, you have given that your angle BGH plus angle GHD, this is given 180 degree. Okay, this is given. Okay, what you have to prove? You have to prove that if interior angles are supplementary, you have to prove that lines are parallel, that is AB is parallel to CD, right? You have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So how we prove? Let us see proof. Now before I do proof, I want that you all pause this video and try to prove yourself. Then once you finish, then again see the solution. Okay, it is not necessary that as I am doing the solution, you will also do the solution in same way. You can use any other theorem or any other axiom. So in proof, I will first write what is given. So we have given that angle BGH plus angle GHD, it is 180 degree. I will mark this as equation 1. It is given, so I can write in bracket as given. Okay, now next addition of we have BGH, that is BGH, sum of this angle and this angle is given me, right? Now if you see that angle AGH, angle AGH plus angle AGH plus angle BGH plus angle BGH, their addition is also 180 degree. Now what is the reason for this? AGH plus BGH, their addition is 180 degree. The reason is linear pair angle, they are angle in linear pair. So sum of this angle and this angle, it is 180 degree, and sum of this angle, so if I name this as angle 1, I name this as angle 2, so angle 1 plus angle 2 is given 180 degree, and here if I name this as angle 3, so angle 1 plus angle 3 is also given 180 degree. Okay, for simplicity you can name these angles as 1, 2, 3 or small xyz like that. Now from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, you can say that angle BGH plus angle GHD is equals to angle AGH plus angle BGH. Now angle BGH you will find it is on left hand side as well as on the right hand side, so you can cancel, and after cancellation you will get angle GHD, you will get angle GHD, this is equals to angle AGH. So angle GHD is equals to angle AGH. Now these two angles are alternate angle, and here you are getting that alternate angles are equal. So these are alternate angles and alternate angles are equal. Here you can say that alternate, this indicates that alternate angles are equal. So when alternate angles are equal, therefore we will say that line AB is parallel to CD. Okay, why these two lines are parallel? Because we have seen alternate angle theorem, converse of alternate angle theorem, that when alternate angles are equal then lines are parallel. This we already know, therefore I will say that AB is parallel to CD, and in reason we can write converse of alternate angle theorem. Right. So we have proved this theorem. This is theorem 6.5. Theorem 6.5 is that if interior angles are supplementary, then lines are parallel. Simple. If interior angles are supplementary, then lines are parallel. This is converse of interior angle theorem. Now let us see the next theorem. Theorem 6.6. The lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Lines which are parallel to the same line, that means suppose I have a line L. The lines which are parallel to the same line, and I have two lines, line M and N, and these two lines are parallel to line L. So what is given? If I write given, so in given I will write कि M is parallel to L and N is parallel to L. This is given. Right. What you have to prove? You have to prove lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So you have to prove that M and N, they are parallel to each other. So it is given that M is parallel to L and N is parallel to L, and you have to prove that this M and N, they are parallel to each other. So in proof, let us again come in proof. Okay, I will say that in proof the lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So the diagram, I will draw the diagram completely. So here we have one transversal also, right? Transversal I haven't mentioned. So this transversal, say LMN, let us name it as P, transversal P. Okay, and let us name few angles, like angle, let us name this as angle 1. Now I am not writing lines as AB, CD, EF, okay, GH. I am writing them in a simple way. So let us say this angle 1, let us say this angle 2, and let us say this angle as 3. Okay, angle 1, angle 2, let us name this angle 3 and this angle 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I have marked 4 angles. Now in proof, what I will say, that your line L, first we have given that line L and line M, they are parallel. Okay, this is given. So I will say that therefore angle 1 is equals to angle 2. What is the reason? This is your first equation, alternate angle, na? Alternate angle. Now angle 2 is equals to angle 3. What is the reason here? They are vertically opposite angle. So angle 2 and angle 3 are equal. and last angle 1, angle 4. Again L is, since line L is parallel to N, I will say that angle 1 is equals to angle 4. See, angle 1 and angle 4, they are alternate angles. So this is my third equation. They are alternate angle. Now we have to prove that M and N parallel. That means we have to prove that angle 3 and angle 4 are equal. What we have to prove? Angle 3 and angle 4 are equal. Okay. So 3 and 4 we have to prove they are same. 3 and 4 they are same. Now in place of angle 2 we can write angle 1. So I will say that from equation 2 and 1, if we compare 2 and 1, so in place of 2 you can write 1. So from equation 2 and 1 I can say that angle 1 is equals to angle 3. Let us name this as equation 4. And from 3 and 4, from 3 and 4, if you see this third equation, 1 is equals to 4 and 1 is equals to 3. So 1 is equals to 4 and 1 is equals to 3. So from 3 and 4 I will say that angle 4 equal to 3 or angle 3 is equals to angle 4. So angle 3 and angle 4 are equal. Now this angle 3 and angle 4, they are alternate angle, and alternate angles are equal. So here you have alternate angles are equal. Now when alternate angles are equal, therefore I will say that line M is parallel to N. This is converse of alternate angle theorem. So M is parallel to N. Line M is parallel to line N. This is alternate angle theorem. M and N, they are parallel. Okay, what is given? L and M parallel and L and N parallel. We have proved that M and N parallel. That means all these three lines, they are parallel to each other. L is parallel to M, M is parallel to N, L is parallel to N. Right? Simple. So like that also you can prove that you can give simple nomenclature to angles like 1, 2, 3, 4 or x, y, z, and by that you can prove. Now let us see theorem 6.7. Theorem 6.7 is the sum of angle of triangle is 180 degree. So we have to prove that this is triangle ABC. We have to prove that the sum of angle, so let us write this as angle 1, this angle 2 and this angle 3. Okay. We have to prove that this angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to 180 degree. So here what is given? Given is angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. Angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. Let us write given angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are three angles of triangle ABC. This is given. We have to prove that sum of these three angles, that is angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, their addition we have to prove that it is 180 degree. Okay, Now proof. So in proof what we do here, we do a small construction. Here we will draw one line which is going to be parallel to this BC. So let us name it as EF. So my construction is, here in proof I will say construction. So you can do suitable construction for your proof. So what we have done, we have drawn, I will say that draw a line EF parallel to BC. Okay, we have drawn one line parallel to BC, and let us name this angle as angle 4 and this angle as angle 5. So we have drawn EF, draw a line EF parallel to BC passing through, I will say that passing through point. It is passing through point A. Okay, that is important. It is not like that it is parallel and it is either inside the triangle or outside the triangle. It is passing through the vertex A. This is our construction. Now angle 4. Now if you see that angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5, addition of these three angles is 180 degree. Yes, sum of all these three angles is forming a straight line. So I will say that their sum is 180 degree, and reason I will write, what reason we can write? We can write reason as linear pair axiom. So this is linear pair axiom. Okay, so sum of angle 4, 5 and 1 is 180 degree. Now angle 4 is equals to angle 2, because EF and BC are parallel, so they are alternate angle. So this you can say that equation 2, and reason you can write as alternate angle. And in the same way you can say that angle 5 is equals to angle 3. Again the reason is same. So for both of these equations I will say that they are alternate angle. So as both are alternate angle, in place of giving equation 2 and equation 3, I can give them a common equation. Okay, so I will say that this is equation, this is equation 2. So from 1 and 2. Now from 1 and 2, in place of 4 I can write angle 2. So from 1 and 2, angle 2, in place of 4 I have written, then I have angle 1, then in place of angle 5 I will write angle 3. So angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 3, this is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so sum of three angles, therefore hence proved. That is sum of three angles. I will say that sum of three angle or sum of three interior angle. Sum of three interior angles of triangle. Sum of three interior angle of triangle is equals to 180 degree. Right. So next time, as you have proved here, next time you can use this property that sum of three angles of triangle is 180 degree. Now let us see the last proof. The next proof is, if the side of triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. If the side of triangle is produced, so let us draw one triangle. Say here I have one triangle ABC, and I have produced this side BC of triangle ABC up to point D. So I got angle ACD as an exterior angle. Here angle ACD, this angle is an exterior angle. Now we have to prove that if the side of triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equals to sum of two interior opposite angles. We have to prove that this angle is equals to sum of these two angles. Okay. So again we can write what is given. We have given angle ACD as the exterior angle. So we have given triangle ABC. I will say that we have given triangle ABC with angle ACD as exterior angle. What we have to prove? Now to prove, we have to prove that this exterior angle, which is angle ACD, this is equals to angle BAC, that is BAC plus angle ABC. Okay, we have to prove that angle ACD is equals to angle BAC plus angle ABC. Now let us see how we prove it. You can try yourself to prove this theorem. Now here, if you see angle ACB plus angle ACD, you will get their addition as 180 degree, right? What is the reason? You will say that linear pair axiom, they are in linear pair. So linear pair axiom, right? Also angle ABC plus angle BAC plus angle ACB, their addition is also 180 degree. Now what is the reason here? Sum of these three angles is equals to 180 degree. Yes, tell me. What reason you will give? You will say that angle sum property, this is also called as angle sum property, sum of three angles of triangle is 180 degree. So I will say that this is angle sum property of triangle. So by angle sum property of triangle, sum of these three angles is 180 degree. Now in equation 1, sum of two angle is 180. In equation 3, sum of three angle is 180 degree. So from, I can say that from 1 and 2, from 1 and we have marked this angle as 2. So from 1 and 2, I can say that angle ACB plus angle ACD, this is equals to angle ABC plus angle BAC plus angle ACB. Now angle ACB, you find that angle ACB is common on both the side, on the left hand side and on the right hand side. So angle ACB is on both the sides, so we cancel these two angles, and by cancellation we get angle, therefore angle ACD, this is equals to angle ABC plus angle BAC. So your angle ACD is equals to angle ABC plus BAC. ABC is this angle, BAC is this angle. So this exterior angle is equals to sum of these two opposite interior angles. hence we have proved. Now all the theorems which we have proved, now we have proved these statements, so anytime anywhere we can use them by stating the respective proof. We have seen few axioms, those axioms also we will use as their statement which are true, okay, no proof is required. So 7 theorems we have done and 4 axioms we have done in this particular chapter. As I have solved these proofs, as I have written these axioms, in the same way, okay, you should be also able to write all these theorems and axioms by yourself, okay, without looking here and there, right? Okay, I hope you understand each and every theorem and each and every axiom. So let us have a quick revision. We have a first axiom. If you see, what is first axiom? That if a ray stands on a line, then sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. Okay, if a ray stands on a line, then sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. This is your axiom 1. Your axiom 2 is, if the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then the non-common arm of angles, then the non-common arms of the angle form a line. So if the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then the non-common arm, they will form a straight line. This is our axiom. This axiom 6.1 and 6.2 together we call them as linear pair axiom. Axiom 6.3 is, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angle is equal. So axiom 6.3 is that if two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. Axiom 6.4 is converse of this axiom, that is converse of corresponding angle axiom, that is if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Then we have theorem. So first we have done theorem 6.1, that is if two lines intersect each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. 6.2 is if the transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. So if transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate angles are equal. 6.3 is if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. So if alternate angles are equal, lines are parallel. 6.3. 6.4 is if the transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angle are supplementary. Interior angle on the same side of transversal are supplementary. 6.5 is converse of this interior angle theorem, that is if the sum of interior angle is 180 degree, then the lines are parallel. So if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of interior angle of the same side of transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. This is theorem 6.5. Theorem 6.6 is the line which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Theorem 6.7 is the sum of three angles of triangle is 180 degree. And finally we have theorem 6.8, which is if the side of triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angle, right? So these are 8 theorems and 4 axioms, right? I hope you understand everything. Thank you.